Forgetful Souls, an essential subject from Vinaypedia. The purpose of the Vedas is to revive the forgetful soul's lost relationship with the personality of Godhead. Take it for granted that such side issues as the attainment of heavenly pleasure for sense gratification, the lust for which causes their material bondage in the first place, are the ultimate end of the Vedas. Such people misguide others by misinterpreting the Vedic literature. Sometimes they even condemn the Puras, which are authentic Vedic explanations for laymen. Srila Prabhupada's books, lectures, conversations and letters offer a comprehensive presentation of this essential subject as seen in the Vinay's Forgetful Souls category. An introduction from his books is given below in the following 8 quotes. Quotes from Srila Prabhupada's books. He thus identifies with the material energy and is consequently overpowered by a kind of fear resulting from accepting himself as the material body and considering paraphernalia related to the material body to be his property. All types of fruitive results actually come from the spirit soul, but because he has forgotten his real duty, he is embarrassed by many material consequences such as fear and attachment. The only remedy is to revert to the service of the Lord and thus be saved from material nature's unwanted harassment. Kaitanya Karitam Ta, Madhya LL 20.119, Avdi means forgetfulness of one's identity. Every one of us is a spirit soul, but we have forgotten. We think, I am this body. This is called Avdi. Sayagranthi means doubtfulness. The knot of doubtfulness is tied when the soul identifies with the material world. That knot is also called ahakara, the junction of matter and spirit. By proper knowledge received from the scriptures in disciplic succession and by proper application of that knowledge, one can free himself from this binding combination of matter and spirit. Srimad Bhagavatam 3.24. 18. One can remember incidents from his past and can conjecture about his future also on the basis of past experience. He never forgets his personal identity, even though he is placed in awkward circumstances. How then can the living entity become forgetful of his real identity as pure spirit soul and identify with matter unless influenced by something beyond himself? The conclusion is that the living entity is influenced by the Avdi potency, as confirmed in both the Vipura and the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam 3.7. 5. In one life the conditioned soul desires to progress toward a certain objective, but after his body changes, he forgets everything. Nonetheless, my Lord, because he wanted to enjoy something of this world, you remind him of this in his next birth. Mata SM Turjanam Apauhanaka, BG 15.15. Because the conditioned soul wants to forget you, by your grace you give him opportunities, life after life, by which he can almost perpetually forget you. Srimad Bhagavatam 8.3. 14. The Lord is very kind to the forgetful souls. He therefore comes himself and leaves behind necessary instructions and also sends his good sons as representatives to call all the conditioned souls back to Godhead. Recently, within the memory of everyone, Lord Chaitanya also appeared for the same purpose, to show special favor to fallen souls of this age of iron industry. Srimad Bhagavatam 1.3. 9. Krishna is the fountainhead of the Supersoul also, as it will be disclosed in the following chapters, and Arjuna is the atomic soul, forgetful of his real nature. Therefore he requires to be enlightened by Krishna or by his bona fide representative, the spiritual master. Bhagavad Gita 2.20. Since they are filled with Krishna consciousness, they are forgetful of the material miseries. Ordinary conditioned souls, being forgetful of the activities of the Lord, are always full of anxieties and material tribulations. On the other hand, since the devotees always engage in the topics of the Lord, they are forgetful of the miseries of material existence. Srimad Bhagavatam 3.25. 23. The forgetful living entities or conditioned souls have forgotten their relationship with the Supreme Lord, and they are engrossed in thinking of material activities. Just to transfer their thinking power to the spiritual sky, Krishnadvaipyana Vaisa has given a great number of Vedic literatures. First he divided the Vedas into 4, then he explained them in the Puras, and for less capable people he wrote the Mahabharata. In the Mahabharata there is given the Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita, Introduction.